Welcome back, guys, to another video. Let's talk about Tesla because we will be going through some of the battery aspects of the company. This is probably the most interesting part, in my opinion, about this company by Elon Musk, especially how there's still a lot of people evaluating Tesla by the amount of cars they sell, which you clearly do not want to have. Now, Tesla's valuation is kind of crazy for a car manufacturer of more than $500 billion. I mean, it's getting added to the S&P 500. It's literally the biggest car manufacturer in the world by stock price and market cap. Toyota's CEO even said that Tesla is overpriced and it should not even compete against Toyota. Well, the thing about Tesla is if you simply just look at the amount of cars they produce, obviously, though, the market cap will only be a tenth of what it is now. But of course, in the next 3 to 5 years, Tesla will most likely become a battery and energy company than a car manufacturer. Now, Morgan Stanley has also said before that Tesla in the next few years, or maybe in the next decade, their side branches will be bigger than the car manufacturing business. We know Tesla as a company that makes cars, but a lot of people don't know Tesla as an energy company or an autopilot company. And today we'll be focusing on the energy aspect. So first things first is the battery production in Nevada. So the Nevada Gigafactory at this current moment will most likely produce 35 gigawatt hours per year of battery cells, and eventually it should scale up to 100. At this current point, the Nevada Gigafactory is absolutely huge, and there's also a Panasonic deal with the Gigafactory Nevada, and that's pretty nice. Now, keep in mind that Panasonic has also invested billions of dollars into the factory, and they want the battery factory to reach a cell production capacity of 35 gigawatt hours. And then Musk said he eventually wants to slowly scale up to 105 gigawatt hours of battery cells and then 150 gigawatt hours of battery packs in order to support Tesla's huge growing demand of lithium-ion cells. And also they're making more cars than ever before, so obviously you kind of need more of these cells. On top of that, you do have Tesla slowly cranking out the 4680 battery cells, and that will most likely be done in the Berlin Gigafactory, which is all the way across seas in Europe. And the really awesome thing about the Berlin Gigafactory is it's more than just a battery production center. They're also making the vehicles themselves, like the Model 3s and the Model Ys, since there's such a big demand there in Europe for these vehicles. On top of that, it's actually a really funny thing that the Berlin Gigafactory will be producing more battery cells than the Nevada Gigafactory, even though the Nevada Gigafactory is specifically made for battery production only. The Berlin Gigafactory, they want to slowly scale it up to 250 gigawatt hours per year. Now, keep in mind that will make it the biggest battery producer in the world, just that one little factory. And what I'm guessing is they most likely want to sell battery cells in the future to Mercedes-Benz, BMW, and Volkswagen, which are literally its neighbors. These are some of the biggest European car manufacturers in the world. And we recently have been hearing Elon Musk saying that he wants to be partnering up or merging with, it won't be a hostile takeover with another car manufacturer, because Elon really wants to scale up car production numbers. And what better way is it to buy shares of another company, acquire them, or partner with them? So with the Berlin Gigafactory producing that many batteries, it could only be one thing. Rumors are going on that we could be seeing Musk striking a deal, perhaps Mercedes-Benz, BMW, or some other major European car company, and then sell the 4680 battery cells to them at a price, because at this current moment, third-party battery companies aren't as reliable as the ones you make in-house. And with Tesla being so reliable and Tesla being such a big battery company at this moment, a lot of companies may actually strike a pretty big deal to buy battery cells from Tesla. Keep in mind that this is very similar to Samsung's business of selling one of their best screen panels to Apple and other smartphone competitors out there, and at the same time they compete with them with their own smartphones. So there you go. It's actually a pretty interesting business. And you don't really see smartphones, these giant companies, buying third-party screens. You don't see that because the screens are one of the most important part of the smartphone, and they're very expensive. Same thing with a car. The lithium-ion battery is the most expensive part, and in the future, everyone will be starving for lithium-ion batteries. Also, the Ford CEO has acknowledged that Tesla's battery factory is absolutely amazing. I mean, producing these batteries in the future will pretty much make you independent instead of dependent on other third-party producers of batteries. And when asked about is Ford interested in a battery factory, the CEO said yes. Is there any plans for a battery factory? The CEO said no. So virtually every company in the world at this current moment do not have any plans to make a battery facility, whereas Tesla is already making 2 of them, and they're already pretty much going to be fully operational within, at the most, less than a year. And Tesla with the 4680 battery, it's a lot more denser than ever before. So obviously you do need a ton of nickel. Now, Tesla is definitely a few years ahead of its competition, in my opinion, 3 years ahead of the competition in batteries. And they are striking a deal with the Indonesian government. Every single day, the deal is coming closer and closer to a win for Tesla. They want to set up a battery factory in Indonesia, and it's mostly to mine the nickel. Nickel is what makes lithium-ion batteries super dense, and that's the whole point of the 4680 battery cell. It's a lot denser, it holds more charge, and it charges way faster than the old battery cell. And it's cheaper to produce, but you need this nickel. So guess what? They're going to Indonesia, they're going to mine the nickel. They most likely will send it to other battery factories around the world. And also Tesla may also open up their own nickel/battery facility in Indonesia, and then most likely will supply the Shanghai Gigafactory. The Berlin Gigafactory will get some of that as well. So you kind of get the idea. There's this really big network of battery factories around the globe. This is very different from other companies who simply think Tesla is opening these factories to produce vehicles, but the majority of the time and a lot of the money spent recently are in battery factories than concept vehicles. Tesla's battery shipments are increasing rapidly. In Q3 of 2020, Tesla shipped roughly 760 megawatt hours worth of batteries. That's a 81% increase from Q2's 419 megawatt hours worth of batteries. On top of that, you do have more car shipments and also a huge increase in the Megapack. Tesla is also building these giant battery farms in Australia, and they're also getting contracts from governments around the globe. On top of that, Tesla's solar shipments have also increased by triple-digit percentages from the previous quarter. Now, this is more than twice the amount compared with Tesla's 2019 Q2 and Q3 increases. So Tesla in the next few years will most likely be making a lot of solar panels and a ton of batteries. At this current moment, Tesla's solar panels, they're trying to lower the price and increase the productivity. So most neighborhoods, that's new construction, may be able to have their own Tesla solar roof. They're also making the power walls. They're also making the giant mega packs and also the massive battery facilities to supply the world's thirst of lithium-ion battery cells in the next few years. So if you really look at the grand scheme of things and all the things I talked about today, it really feels like Tesla is more than a battery factory. It's more than a car manufacturer. They pretty much are doing a lot of cleaner energy stuff. Like if you still evaluate Tesla as a car manufacturer and you say Tesla is overvalued, reconsider the catalysts out there, because they're mostly focusing on their battery farms and their battery factories at this current moment more than the output of cars. So that's pretty big. Thanks for watching, guys, and comment below. We got even more Tesla stuff coming in. We got a lot of shipments. We got a lot of software updates. Definitely stay tuned and click the subscribe button.